Yo, Internet, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Jongravesshow, in this case, Recap Corner. This week in Bubuki, even though, of course, I say this every week, it's not necessarily the best show, it's not the greatest show, but it's getting really good in terms of its story, of its storytelling. And what is going on this week? Well, there is a really good back and forth between, against Asuma's mother and also Guy, who basically Guy just goes on to say that he's basically one of those guys who basically just looks at, I am a pure human and I want to stay that way, and I hate Bubuki users because they are people who basically have the cells of these fucking robots in their goddamn bloodstream, and I have to kill them off because they go against natural human evolution. Or at the very least, you're only thinking about one side of the spectrum of basically saying that humans are the greatest, we are the best, we have the best eyesight, we have the best like anatomy system, we have the best everything, you know. And of course, just like Azuma told this to fucking Reiko, it's like Migawa basically tries the same thing with Guy here, and it's like, listen, what about all the, why in the fuck do you think that the world is so vast, but yet humans live so fucking short? And it's because other motherfucking beings live on this goddamn planet, so don't be so self-centered. However, that's not necessarily going to stop him from actually brainwashing all these other people and trying to fucking turn them against their Bubuki users and shit, which does, I believe, leave Tissia in a brain dead state when he did try to do the exact same thing that Migawa did to fucking Reiko, in this case destroying her heart and forcing her to become one with Entei, which isn't necessarily something that everybody can do, as they tried that with Tissia, and she's nowhere around anymore, you know. However, you know, Epizo's still, you know, the goofy asshole he is, so I believe he could probably use his old Bubuki again, because I guess possibly from that, like, I guess maybe his heart had awoken, but then again, he doesn't really have too much focus, so it's a good chance that might still fuck up for him. Upon the flip side of things, though, we do kind of end this episode with them, or decide with Migawa basically saying, okay, we have to destroy Treasure Island because I don't want Guy to use it, and her sending Azuma and all of his friends away so she can sacrifice herself. However, Guy says, that only sped up the awakening of this super Bubuki that I'm trying to use to destroy all other Bubuki users and maybe even the world. Even though Migawa, she did kind of warn him from that, of saying, if you use this thing, you just might destroy the world. And of course, he's arrogant as fuck in his purple suit, so of course he's like, well, I have it under control. I mean, hey, if I can brainwash middle schoolers, then I can do anything in the world, I guess. But until then, that is what I gotta say about that. This episode was confusing to some, I can see, because they've been dropping a lot of information upon this shit, and especially since Leticia, she did sort of get a future sight into what could happen or what might be happening. Yeah, I guess that can throw a few people off. You know, sort of like those death scenes in fucking Samurai Champloo with Mugen. So, you know, but till then, that is what I gotta say about that. I'll see you on the next Jongravesshow. Keep watching anime, keep playing video games. Yo, Internet, welcome to another episode of Recap Corner. This is actually one of the better episodes, or at least one of the more interesting episodes in Bungo Stray Dogs. And it's not necessarily because of the whole Chuya with his super gravitation powers activated versus HP Lovecraft. God damn it, saying that shit without stumbling myself up, it's fucking difficult. But still, like, that fight is fucking amazing, but like, it's actually pretty interesting to kind of see both leaders of the armored detective agency, and also the poor